Hello. I thought I'd do a little ramble today as I'm finishing up on a pet sitting stroke dog sitting job, should we call it, that I've been doing for the last 6 days I think. I thought I'd just have a little ramble and let you know how it's gone and what it encompasses. I mean, it's different every time, obviously. And in this occasion we have two dogs. One is Cosmo, who is there listening to me in the background, and to be honest, he's not very happy with me because he rolled in something nasty and I had to deal with it. So he got pretty wet and doesn't like getting wet, but he managed to, I was trying to hold him by his collar and he managed to wriggle out of it. So didn't do such a great job, but he smells a little bit better anyway. So yeah, that wasn't one of the finest parts of doing this, but these occasions arise and you have to deal with them while their owners are away. I do let them know though, because the thing is, they just say, oh, can you look after them pets, is their food, is this, is that, and off they go on their little holiday. And to be honest, this job has been very difficult. I mean, him, Cosmo, and Misty is the other little dog. She's a sweetie, a little terrier. Well, she's covered in filth at the moment, but not that kind of filth. She's just got really muddy and sticky and it's all stuck to her fur. And I'm like, oh, it's my last day today. I leave tonight. So I just want to leave everything perfect for when they get back. So hopefully the mud that she's got on her will cake up and fall off. That's my hope anyway, because I'm leaving here tonight probably about 8 o'clock by the time they've fed and I've given them their last walk. So yeah, it hasn't been easy. I mean, I was so excited because it's so hot here at the moment and there's been air conditioning, which has been great, and also the swimming pool, which has been great. So, and I thought, two nice little doggies, no worries. This looks like it's going to be enjoyable, and it has been for the most part. The only thing that went really wrong was a leak from a pipe. So it was my first night here, and I was sleeping in my bed, and at some stage in the night I woke up because I heard the dogs drinking some water, and I thought, that's strange because there are water bowls outside, but you know, I was half awake and I just thought, oh, just go back to sleep. There can't be a real problem going on. Little was I to know when I woke up and got my feet out of the bed and put them on the floor, and they were covered in water. Not literally covered, probably about halfway, you know, halfway to the top of my foot. I mean, it wasn't just a little bit, put it like that. And I was like, oh my God, my first thought was I'd left something, you know, perhaps something running, and so I kind of got up, well, I did get up, and I went into, well, I just followed it really, it was just everywhere. The kitchen, it's a big kitchen, dining, sitting area, and luckily it was probably about half of it was covered in water. It went down the hallway, not to the whole of the hallway, because there's two bits to this house. There's the original bit and then they've extended on. And it seems that the original part must be on a bit of a slope, a very small decline or incline. No, it must be a decline. Because what actually happened was, because I called the emergency plumber out, the funny thing about that was, I digress now, but it's helpful to know this. When I arrived the day before, the guys were here to finish up their plumbing. Not their plumbing, their building work, but they do plumbing as well. And just as they were leaving, the guy said to me, oh, he said, I better show you the stopcock. I'll show you where it is just in case. He said, you probably won't need it, it doesn't hurt. No. And I was like, no, show me. No, he just, well, he did, because it was right up in the garden in some bushes. I would never have found it. So he showed me where it was, and off he went on his merry way. So yeah, I took a video because it didn't just go in my bedroom, it went in, they got a study here as well, that was covered because that was at the end of the house. So yeah, the water ran into there quite a lot. And So I called the plumber first, then I've done a video for the owners and I sent it to them. Anyway, so I just started mopping basically, and it took me about 2.5 hours to mop up. I had to pull out stuff, there was other stuff under beds, and I had to pull out and put outside. Luckily, you know, like I said, it's really hot, so it didn't take long to dry. And yeah, so he fixed it. It was a broken pipe. He said, chance of that happening, well, 1,000,000 to 1. And I thought, oh, that's great. Excuse me. So, yeah, he fixed it, and off he went. And I carried on mopping. Actually, my hands were really sore because, you know, squeezing the bloody mop out about 1,000 times. Yeah, but they're clean floors. Oh, I don't know. So that was the start of it. The next day, I'm outside, and the builders have just put in a new patio area next to the pool. And there's an outside shower there. And I noticed this kind of trickle of water coming across the patio from the outside shower. And I thought, oh, so I went over and had a look, and there was this bubbling kind of little hole at the bottom where all this water was coming out, which looked like it could really go at any time if it was left too long. So I was on the phone to the plumber again. He wasn't so well, he was fine, but he was on his holiday. He didn't go away, obviously, but he had time off. So out he came again, and he had to turn off the water to that shower. He said he'd come back when he's back at work and fix it. It's not really a problem. Yeah, so he jokingly said to me, what I'm going to do is, he said, when we do some building work, he said, put in plumbing, I'm going to come and get you and leave you there for a couple of days. He said, so that we can find out if there's any leaks going to happen, because they seem to happen when you're around. So I shouldn't really be advertising this as part of my, you know, quest to get pet sitting. I won't tell anybody else, because they'll probably think, oh gosh, you know, leaks follow her around. So yeah, apart from that though, and the fact that then doggy rolled in something, and I've had to deal with that, it's been fine. I know I just went off to see another job that I've got to go to on Saturday. This is, I tell you what, I'll have to do another ramble about this one, because it's up a mountain right in the middle of nowhere. And to be honest, I didn't think that I was going to be able to do it, because I drove up this mountain. It was on dirt track, and I was probably going about 5 miles an hour, and my hands were just clasped to the steering wheel, and I was in terror some of the way, and I just thought, I can't do this, you know. I thought, who lives out here, you know, nobody. But anyway, it's an Airbnb as well, so when I got there, there's people staying, there's loads of cars there, and I just thought, other people do it, so it must just be me. And to be honest, I think it is. I think it's an age thing. I think as you mature, and also I've had some really bad experiences while I've been out in Spain with my driving, not my driving as such, but where I've ended up and having to get out of these situations. So I am very cautious when I drive now, in as much as I like to know where I'm going. And just because Google Maps will take you there doesn't mean to say, A, it's the correct place to go, or B, it's safe. So, but anyway, I saw other people were there, because there were about 3 or 4 other cars there, and I just thought, it's obviously not a problem, it's my problem, so I'll just have to get out of it, you know, and sort myself out, and not be so scared. So yeah, the drive back, I don't know if it was because I got that in my head. The drive back was better. I don't know if it's because I was going down. Mind you, having said that, I was like, I had my foot on the brake all the time practically. But yes, so that is my ramble today. I just thought I'd share with you the trials, what can sometimes be the trials of looking after pets. But you know, everybody knows this. You've got your own animals anyway if you've got your own animals. But it's a responsibility that you have. when you're looking after somebody else's as well. You just feel that everything's got to go right. And like I said, the dogs have really been well behaved anyway. They said they might bark in the night, they haven't, so that's a plus. And yeah, I have actually another great story about my pet sitting ventures. I should perhaps call myself the adventures of a pet sitter. But I'll ramble on about that another time. Anyway, I hope you noticed I've done my hair a little bit today. Made it look a bit neater than normally. Don't know about that bit, but could probably put a clip in there. Look at that. Look quite presentable today, don't I? Anyway, I'll leave it there, and thank you for listening, and I look forward to doing a new ramble from my next location up the mountain, which also has a lovely swimming pool. It doesn't have air conditioning, but it does have an outside bed, which I'm wondering whether I use it or not. I'd like to think I could, but we'll see when the time comes. Okay, bye for now.